Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first ever Rogue Deck of the Week showcase. Today we are going to be playing the Gholdengo deck, as it is a rogue deck that did really well in the Joinville and Dortmund Regionals this past weekend. So here we're going to take a look at the deck. We're running a 1-1 Palkia line, a 1 Greninja, 4-4 Gimme Ghoul Gholdengo. We're running a Fez. We're running a 1-1 Bibarel line there. We're also running 4 Buddy Poffins, a Canceling Clone for some of those more out there decks like Iron Thorns. We're also playing 3 Earthen Vessel, some Energy Retrieval, a Hisuian Heavy Ball. We're playing some Night Stretcher. Our ace spec for this is going to be the Prime Catcher. We're also obviously going to be playing some Superior Energy Retrieval to get our energy back. We're going to be playing Switch, Ultra Ball, Jamming Tower for some of those other big beat stick decks like our Roaring Moons and our Raging Bolts. We're also going to be playing 2 Boss, 3 Cypher Maniacs, 2 Iono, 2 Irida, a Professor Turo's Research, and we're going to also be running 10 energy here, split with 4 metal and 6 water. So yeah, that's going to be the deck that we're running with here. This is Yella's list that got 3rd in the Dortmund Regional. So we're going to go ahead and see how this does here on a Master Ball ladder for PTCG Live. So while we're waiting for our opponent here, the one thing that we need to remember with Gholdengo is that this deck is a draw deck. So it is a setup deck, it's a stage 1 deck, so we're definitely going to want to try as quickly as possible to get our Gimme Ghouls, our Barrels set up, so that way we can get our Gholdengo out and our Bidoof and our Gimme Ghouls, so that way we can get our Bibarel out and our Gholdengo, so that way we can start drawing. Alright, so this is a setup deck. We're hoping that we go first here, and they chose to go first. So, depending on what we draw here, it's going to be a supporter that we're going to need. Oh, nope, we definitely just mulliganed, so that's not a good start there. Alright, so let's see, here we go here. And, oh, we mulliganed 3? Nope, we mulliganed 4 times. Alright, so that's not great there. We're giving them a lot more cards, but we do get a Gimmighoul and a Bidoof here. So we do have the ability to at least get started a little bit, and we have an Iono or a Cypher Maniacs. So depending upon what we top deck here, this is going to try and help us out here a bit. So let's see what happens. Alright, we're playing Lugia. Alright. So we are hoping that we did not just give them the double Archeops right off the bat with those multiple mulligans, because that is not something we really want to give them right now. So let's see what they do here. Alright, so they're going to Ultra Ball. Let's see if they get rid of the double chops. Hopefully not. We're really hoping that they don't give us that double chops right off the bat. We're most likely going to go for the Lugia V-Star. No, okay, so Archeops and V-Guard here, and they go get another Archeops. Alright, so we're hoping that they do not have a way to get rid of that other Archeops off the bat. So if they can't get rid of that other Archeops, we are definitely Ioning next turn to at least get rid of that Archeops that they have in hand. And they don't. Okay, so our turn here. Let's see what we top deck. Alright, we get top deck the heavy ball, so we need to go check. Alright, so we got 2 Gholdengo, a Superior, Professor Turo's, a Water, and an Ultra Ball. So 2 Gholdengo in the prize cards is not the best thing for us, but it's something that we can survive there. So we're just hoping that we don't put those 2 to the top. I'm going to go get Radiant Greninja here, because that is what we need to draw. We really need to draw. I'll probably go get the Palkia later, so that way we can start Subspace Swelling if we can. But let's get rid of this Archeops here. And alright, we got another Gimmighoul to go down, and we have Buddy Poffins. So let's go ahead and go get the other two Gimmighoul here. I think that's right. Yeah, getting the most likely this Gimmighoul is going to get knocked out next turn, so we need to have at least 3 in play. We'll go ahead and conceal cards, so that way we can draw some more here. Alright, so we have Boss, we have Jamming Tower. That's unfortunately all that we're going to be able to do here. Jamming Tower is not necessarily helpful in this particular matchup, so we're probably going to try and save that for a discard fodder for an Earthen Vessel or a Superior Energy Retrieval later on in the match. Alright, so, oh, they get Messagoza. Alright, oh, please, 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 please do not get that Archeops. Tails, thank you. Alright, so we do not see an Archeops getting pulled here, so maybe next turn we can Irida here to be able to go get the Palkia and an Ultra Ball here, so that way we can get to a either Bibarel or a Gholdengo here. Alright, so they're going to Jet Energy up the Iron Hands here, and let's see what they're going to do. Okay, so they're going to play another Lugia, that makes sense. Nest Ball for Luminion. They're probably going to go and get the Professor's Research, so that way they can get rid of this hand and hopefully get the Archeops and somehow discard it. And Crying Emote. Oh, do they not have another Professor's Research in the deck? Do they not? Really? That is interesting. Oh, okay. Alright, so we get Zephyrhills here. Let's go ahead and Messagoza to see if we can get a Gholdengo for ourselves here and not have to use an Ultra Ball. Alright, we fail, so that doesn't help us there. But let's go ahead and put Jamming Tower actually into play, so that way we can bump their Messagoza and they can't use it again going forward. Let's go ahead and Irida here. We'll grab the Palkia just to have, but we need to go grab the Ultra Ball so that way we can Bibarel here. So let's go Ultra Ball, drop the Nest Ball, drop the Buddy Buddy at this point. Let's go get the Bibarel. And we'll be able to Incisors for 2 here. So let's go ahead and do that. And okay, that doesn't really help us. Concealed cards hopefully will get us something that we can utilize here. And it's a Buddy Buddy and another energy. Debating putting the energy onto the Greninja here. We've only got 2 water energy in the discard right now. So, nah, let's just go ahead and leave it for concealed cards for next turn and hope we can get out of this here. Alright, so, okay, another Luminion. Okay, you had Professor, why didn't you research last turn? Alright, I don't understand what they did there, but alright, so they've taken up a bunch of bench space though, so they can only bring out the 1 Chops. Are you Ultra Balling? Okay, so you Ultra Balled away for another V-Star, okay. Alright, so are you gonna get the... Okay, so they're gonna amp us this turn. They're gonna put probably a Legacy Energy. They have to put the Legacy Energy onto the Iron Hands here to be able to get that Electric Energy. Yep. So they did Legacy, and it looks like another Jet, and so they're gonna amp us here and take 2. All right. That makes sense here. Let's hope that we can get through this, and we're gonna Cypher Maniacs to get off of concealed cards. We need at least 1 Gimmighoul, or sorry, Gholdengo. I think we also need to Another buddy. That really doesn't help us right now. So let's go ahead and go get the Gholdengo, and I think we need, at the very least, to chip damage here, so we need to go get a earthen vessel. No, yeah, no, we need both Gholdengos here. So let's go ahead and concealed cards to get those two for the draw power here. I'll probably bench the Palkia as well. Evolve both of these so that way I can at least draw draw one off of the incisors, because we really need to start going through the deck here. So draw one off of incisors. There's the Fez. We really don't want to put that into play just yet because Lugia can knock it out in one shot. Alright, so Superior and one Water, that's good. This is going to start allowing us to set up for the Subspace Swell later. Canceling Clone really doesn't help us right now. I'm debating putting the Water Energy onto the Palkia, but there's the possibility that it gets knocked out this turn if they've got Boss and have an energy in hand and just hard retreat the Iron Hands. So I'm going to keep it. Do I want to? No, I'm going to keep it. Keep it for next turn. That way I can concealed cards and just draw more, because right now we really need the draw. We need to get those metal energies out of the deck. Alright, so what are they going to do here? Unless they have a boss to boss up my barrel or boss up my other Gimmighoul, we are set this turn. Okay, so research away, that makes sense. But their deck, they're getting down to the last third of their deck, so they probably have a lot of special energy in hand, which isn't great for them. But they only have the one Archeop, so they can only put 2 into play per turn. So they're probably going to pull out, looks like a Jet and a either Mist or Gift Energy, and they probably got double turbos in hand to get the Lugia's at least hitting 200. Alright, so they amped us there, they chipped us, that makes sense. Alright, so now we've got 2 boss in hand. We're probably going to need to try and take out the Archeops if we can get this Iron Hands out of play. Thankfully we got the Metal Energy this turn. So now we can go ahead, Cypher Maniacs. Yeah, we're going to Cypher Maniacs this turn to set up the V-Star, and then we'll go ahead and get the Earthen Vessel here, so that way we can start drawing into more energy and get what we need. Alright, so also this way we can make sure the Palkia doesn't get knocked out, because there's no way they can one-shot the Palkia V-Star next turn because they don't have a Minccino set up. Alright, so let's Earthen Vessel away the Canceling Clone because it's not doing us anything. We're going to go get some energy here. So now we've got 2 energy. We've got the Superior in hand. Superior will give us enough to knock out this turn. So we've got energy retrieval, which is good. We don't need that right now, though. We're going to go ahead and get rid of the 2 buddies, so that way we can draw the 4 energy that we had, and then we'll go ahead and just make it rain for the knockout here. So that way we can go even with prizes and start making a comeback here. So unfortunately with the Legacy Energy we only get 1 prizes. I forgot about that. So yeah, so we're only actually getting 1 prize instead of 2 here. So that's not great. But we do have bosses in hand, so we can boss the Archeops next turn and hopefully get it so that way we're more set here. This isn't necessarily... Okay, Capturing Aroma, Tails, so they can get a basic... probably going to see... Yep, we see Minccino here. So what we're probably going to do next turn is, if we can, we're going to boss that Minccino because we need to take that out. The Lugias can't one-shot us. The Minccino into Cinccino line. If they get enough energy with that special roll, they're going to knock us out. So we definitely need to boss that Minccino up and just take it out. The best move here, probably to subspace Swell here for the 2 energy. So that way we get the knockout. Because we've got, for a Minccino, we've got more than enough. But that will at least give us the energy here. Or at least the turn here, because there's no way they can one-shot the Palkia next turn with what they've got on the board currently. Alright, so bring out the Palkia here. Let's see what we top deck. Our top deck an Earthen Vessel. That's good. We're going to boss up the Minccino. We're going to go ahead and Star Portal just for 2. Yeah, just for 2 on this, because that's all we need. We're not trying to make a Greninja play here. Earthen Vessel with a Nest Ball, because we've got the Fez in hand. We don't need need that right now, so get all the energy out of the deck, just so that way we have that there. We'll go ahead and Concealed cards just to draw some more. Alright, so Pokestop, Nest Ball. We'll also coin bonus again just to thin our deck more for the next turns, because we really need to make sure that we have what we need here. I'm thinking about benching the Fez, but right now that's probably not the best idea, just because that Lugia can come in and one-shot it. So we're going to go ahead and take out the threat that we have now, and we'll go ahead and just take the 1 prize card, put us back on a even prize trade there, and we're just going to hope that this Palkia survives this turn here. Oh no, did they freeze? Alright, so we're gonna hope that we can keep this. Oh, they have a Raikou. That's not good. Miss Energy. Oh, they did Miss Energy for turn. That means they don't have a Lightning in hand. Oh, so that means they can attack. That's good. Alright, so you're gonna go down to 1. You're not even gonna. Okay. So they're gonna Tempest Dive, knock him out of a barrel, which at this point doesn't matter. We've got a huge hand, so we don't need that draw. So we have 9 cards left. We need to go. We need to take that Raikou out, because if they get an electric or a lightning energy into hand, okay, Iono, that's good. We can Iono them down to 1, but I need a Prime Catcher. I need to Prime Catcher up the Raikou so I don't have to use Boss this turn. So switch the Gholdengo into the active and coin bonus. Yeah, switch the Gholdengo into the active. Coin bonus for 2. Oh no. Iono, yeah, because we got 8 cards left. Let's Iono. Alright, so not what we need. Coin bonus for 2. Still don't get the Prime Catcher. Alright, I think we need to. So we haven't used the Prime Catcher yet. It's in the last 2 cards on top. So Night Stretcher for an energy to Concealed cards for 2, and we should have the Prime Catcher. Yes. Okay, cool. So we got the Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher up the Raikou, switch Gholdengo out with the Palkia, and then Subspace Swell for 220. Okay, that's enough. Woo! There we go. Okay, and now they have to have game in hand. If I Iono them into a boss so they can just take out my Gimmighoul or Radiant Greninja, then that's what I did. But I'm hoping that off of 2 cards, they are not going to be able to get boss. Because that was a really interesting one there. But yep, that we have game in hand if they don't have boss. Oh no, did they freeze? No, we're so close. Don't tell me that they froze. Well, our game side isn't frozen because we're seeing... Okay. So, Lumineon in the active, that's an interesting choice there. Top deck, let's see what they do. What you got? What you got? Come on. I'm not leaving. Come on, what you got? Did they freeze again? Come on. Oh, pass. Wow. Okay. So then that's game because we can just Subspace Swell for knockout. All right, that is game there. We came back. Wow. But that's the fun of this deck, is that once you get set up, it does draw a lot of cards. So you can start really moving through the deck there. But yep, there you go. That is Gholdengo up against Lugia, which was one of the top decks this past weekend as well. So great matchup there, great game. So yeah, you guys can see how Gholdengo can actually be a pretty decently fun rogue deck to play. But thanks for joining, and have a great one.